And welcome back. You're watching Channel 1 Weekend this Sunday night. Byron Abuli is a sign language interpreter tonight. The government has commended the input of the private sector in the ongoing efforts to expand Kenya's forest cover. The government says the renewed campaign on environmental best practices is gradually yielding results, and the 10% forest cover will soon be realized. Kenyans are being encouraged to take advantage of the long rains and plant trees and cut down on environmental pollution.
The government says hard work and goodwill from Kenyans is gradually turning the tide on climate change. To enhance environmental conservation efforts in learning institutions, the President's Award Kenya and the Kenya Forest Research Institute, KEFRI, have partnered to inculcate best environmental practices in Kenya's young generation.
We wanted also to plug into contributing to the national tree planting campaign. And therefore, we say that young people should be at the center of making this development happen.
But even as Kenyans continue to be encouraged to plant trees, an estate in Ruiru, Kiambu County appears to be a way ahead of the park. For 5 years now, residents of Versatile Estate have been engaged in a rigorous environmental upgrade program.
We have planted 500 trees, and we are looking at several species. Starting with the fruits type.
We are going to make our efforts, and with the support of the Kenya Forest Service, we are going to work together in ensuring that this place.
On Sunday, some Kenyans braved the rain and the city's chilly weather to coverage at the Public Service Club to plant trees. 2,300 tree seedlings were planted during the exercise, which was spearheaded by the Hindu Religious and Service Center.
Last week we planted 1,000 trees at the University of Nairobi. Next week we are planting with the Kenya Defence Forces another 4,000 trees.
The government says every Kenyan should maximize on the global pandemic and make tree planting part of their daily routine.
Hata tukiwa na hili janga la corona, wananchi pia wataweza kuendelea kupanda miti. Unapoenda nyumbani unasimama kwanza hapa Nairobi kuna sehemu nyingi ambazo miche inauzwa.
The Kenya Forest Service says the positive approach to the tree planting campaign should be able to set the country on a course to achieve the 10% forest cover.
Because like now we are almost about 7.5, but if we continue the way we are going, we will be able to achieve at least 8% by 2022.
Yes, there are specific trees that are being planted. The common one is a pine tree that does very well.
Taking advantage of the changing seasons in weather across the nation to ensure that we go back to the initiative without losing track.
The areas where we are going to plant the trees, we monitor to see that those trees are growing, and we make reports even to the government so that our data is captured at the national level.
Labor for the olds and the site preparation was done by our cousin Mutani youths that we supplied 60 youths per day for 4 days.
We are targeting to plant 2 million trees this year. During this rainy season, we are targeting 1 million.
Must ensure that the area you are planting is not going to be disturbed for quite some time.
Thing in our project is the survival rate of the trees, because from government statistics we have realized that there may be thousands of tree planting projects in the country, but the survival rate is only 20%, which means what happens is that the people come and plant and they go away and they forget about it.
While with most organizations taking part in this tree planting process during this particular time, in order to help attain the 10% forest cover by 2030, they're also calling for the monitoring of the trees after they are planted. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Sarafina Robbie.